Alright. Hey guys, just jumping in. Give me 2 seconds to make sure that all my feeds are up. There we go. That one says we're live. Perfect. I forgot to pop out my chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that really quick. Anyways, we, from talking to the rest of my gaming party, elected to do something that's probably absolutely stupid, but I'm gonna attempt a solo play 7 days. Horde every night. Default settings, other than I changed airdrop to every day, because it's nice to have the resources. I changed drop on death to nothing, just in case things go really bad. And I changed the time of the days to 2-hour days. So, essentially, I think it's every hour and 50 is going to be Horde. Horde will probably last 20 minutes or so. So, I should be able to knock these out, every night that I have time, I should be able to knock out a session. With that said, we're doing a random gen 10k map. I'm going to be running my agility build. So, I believe first perks are going to go into archery, knives, iron gut, and cardio. Iron gut is extremely helpful in the early because food and water, I can't craft or make anything until I find all the forge books, and I don't know how long that's going to take. So my biggest issue is going to be finding food and water. Lots of bird nests so I can get some eggs, and lots of arrows going. So we're just going to jump in and see how it goes. It's kind of insane, but I like testing builds and making my life complicated sometimes. So, as you can see, brand new start. No skill points yet because we haven't done any of the challenges. We're just going to go ahead and start on stuff because we don't have a whole lot of time to kill. The only advantage with this build is I don't know if I technically need a horde base, since I can generally outrun, but that's with items and higher gear. So I am curious. It's going to be fun to test. Oh good, we got some rock. Really don't want to beat that down yet. There we go. Cool. Redeeming these are going to be critical. Gather wood, that's fine. I'm going to go out of sequence a little bit here, because I'm just kind of curious to test the efficiency of some of these builds early on, so I'll probably run this one for a while and see how it goes. If I'm having a good time with it, we'll keep on. And then there's obviously other ones that, the Fortitude Brawler build early game is a lot of fun. But I'm interested in the long-term scaling on some of these, and I know that, let's be honest, the first 6 days sometimes of watching people play this is not exactly entertaining, so at least this will have a horde constantly instead of, hey, we'll get around to it once a month. I'm trying to get onto streaming a little bit more reliably, but my work schedule is a nightmare, so... Oh. Nice little lag spike there. So, obviously our primary weapons are going to be our bone shiv and our bow for a while. We're going to need a lot of rocks and a lot of bird's nests. Garbage. Okay, fortitude, cardi. Thank you, that's not helpful. That on. Iron Gut to reduce our early game food cost, cardio because we're going to be running. Archery, deep cuts. Next one will go into parkour. Settlements 800 blocks out. That'll be close by and convenient. Might run some trader quests just to get some stuff going early. At this point, we're looking for loot and rocks and bird's nests. Lots of bird's nests. That'll be helpful when we get our campfire. If we see any board blocks, we gotta grab those so we can make our bone shiv. The one prior time we tried to horde every night, we did it with like max spawn rates and everything else, and it was, let's just say, overwhelming. I guess the problem with horde every night is it's super resource intensive, because especially if you're using some sort of a ranged or, you know, one of the guns, you've got to have the ammo to survive. So I'm hoping that we can rely on knife skills to get us through, but we will see, because I won't have the perks to reduce my stamina usage on my bow and increase my reload speed and my draw speed and everything else. So it's probably going to be a lot more close quarters than I would prefer, but that's just the way it's going to go. So it'll be interesting. Probably commandeer some semblance of the building. I know with this kit, when you're late game, you don't have to worry about it, because or later game, I can pretty much just run, but any of our stealth perks. Bag. Nice. Stealth perks are gonna be, ooh, ore blocks. Go ahead and check all of these. This one. There we go. Sleeping bag, definitely gonna need to make one of those. As we'll kill all the plant fibers. Moving on. Looks like we got a cornfield. Gasoline. Absolutely not helpful at the moment. Yeah. The bows really suck early game. So. Sweet. There goes all my arrows. Alright, let's go loot this compound, see what he's got laying around. Corn that we can't have. Zombies beating on the outside. We got vehicle mag. Since we're doing solo, we don't have to worry about reading all the books, which is great. Book, sweet. Factory unlocked. Really need to get a forge going, but that requires a lot of Hit the truck. Ooh. Used to having my jump perks. Food? Well, that's always helpful. Bird's nest. No chems in the toilet. Okay, that should be it. Read what we got. Cooking mags, cooked corn and baked potatoes. Awesome.
Oh, well, looky here, boys. We got ourselves a real-life hero, and now he wants to be paid. Well, come to think of, let's get one thing straight. You're not working with me, you're working for me.
Don't care about fights with handlebars, can't scrap them, don't have anything to put that on. One of the things that I hate about 7 days is that it's over encumbered as long as you've got stuff down here. Scrap the wooden club, let's go ahead and make a bone knife. Really? Ah, that figures. Oh, there it is. Like, where'd our quest marker go? That takes forever. I like setting them on fire, it's more fun. I also feel like they should take burn damage, whether they do or not, I don't know. Other perks. More stuff I don't need, but we can sell. Keep looking for bird's nests. If we can run some trader quests, we'll get some decent early game loot and books and stuff, so kinda, oh yeah, need to do that. Land claim block, make some storage chests. Bedroll's in proximity to the trader, so that's fine. Building block. Door. Storage crate. As long as we're over here, we might as well dump all our non-essentials. Don't need that. Don't need those. Don't need that. Don't need it at the moment. We can come back for all of this. Keep potato. We got honey already? That's awesome. That should do that entire thing. Okay. Oh yeah, then we walk into the steel trap that we just placed like an idiot. Awesome. That will help a ton. Get these intro quests knocked out. getting closer to the treasure. Good thing if we'd be getting further away, this would be ridiculous. Probably gonna take critical healing or healing factor as well. When we get our first level that we can spare, just to help with things like I walked into my own trap. Getting my clay for my forges, though. There you are. Huh. Ooh. Whoa. Found it. And there's the rest of them coming in. I forgot to make my bone knife already, because I didn't have enough bone. I'll find another one laying around somewhere. Yeah, we got... Had 4 or 5, so... Probably put up and down the road a little bit, see if there's any, ore blocks laying around after we turn this in. We got 12 hours to
Now that you did the job, I guess you ain't that damn bad after all.
Pistol, shotgun, baton, rifle. Let's go pistols, because at least that's into agility. Hunter volume 6. Fetch, buried supplies.
You better take this job. Don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Get the job done.
Yep. What to do? Our parkour perk for the first one. The next up will be crit healing, or healing factor. Go run along the road here for a second and find anything. We have it to make more arrows. Yep. Now, obviously, our first horde isn't going to be crazy because we're going to be like level 4. But by the time horde's over, we'll see how we're doing. Nice. Definitely need to get some points in that. Pumpkin seed. Don't see any ore blocks that way. Always keep an eye out for honey. You never know when you're gonna need it. The rest of them back in the chest. Grab it when we turn this in. Garbage bag. Nope. Plant misrendering. We could double loot, but I'm not worried about that at this point. Something's over there behind the outhouse. Or in the outhouse, more likely. We don't have any of our sneak perks yet. This is just basic clear. Oh, there you are. Oh, on the move. Busted workbench. No. Alright. Food and water is going to be the real trick for the first while, so I'm definitely going to be doing a looting fort kind of build for this, because it's the only way I'm going to stay alive for a while. Food cache up there. Cool. My general, I don't care how you're supposed to get up places. I still don't have parkour perks, so I can't do it. Okay. Gotta be down below somewhere. in a moment. Don't worry about that. Now we'll worry about it. Not ideal, but situation mitigated. Ooh. Mind if I do? Okay, now, where in the world is this satchel at? On the roof. Of course it's on the roof. What the heck? Come on. Got up there fine the first time. Yep. Cool. That's a really obnoxious place to put that. Alright, no skill points. Let's go turn this thing in. It's gonna be an interesting first night. Yum yum cat food. I think we got time for one more quest, and then it's gonna be time to get to it. Probably build some sort of a little base, but just because I don't have the stamina and the cardio perks yet to do my running. I didn't even loot his internal building.
How great. Here you go. Don't
Crafting
spend it
skill
all in
magazine.
one place.
Don't mind if I do. Great supplies is closer.
If you want a job, let's get one thing straight. You're not working with me. You're working for me.
Sweet. We forgot to clear the building. Oh, there's a whole lot in here. Knuckle Wraps Tier 3. Well, in that case, we might take a point in a Brawler just to craft up the Knuckle Wraps so we get the perks. So we get a better knife going. Stu's got one of the most lame loot combats. Alright, so that one is melee weapons, bows, degradation, that's fine. Ooh, not what I meant to hit, but that's fine. Go ahead and throw that on there just for cause. Goldenrod tea, we're okay on food and water for a second. 23 rounds of ammo. Go dump everything in our chest. Gonna be eating a lot of eggs by themselves for a little while. Recog. Nice. We got a beaker already. That's cool. We don't need a third shovel. Keep that on us. Keep that on us. Don't care. Glue. Do we have any cloth? We do. We should probably make some duct tape. Just because we're gonna need it eventually. Okay, that looks pretty solid other than we have no food. We've got a couple of potatoes that we could bake once we get a campfire up. But, as always, we don't have a... We're gonna go ahead and take the bane of my existence right now. Alright. Then we can go dig another hole in the ground. Doing alright on feathers, considering. Go eat a few of those just to take the edge off. Of course, it's in the tree. Might as well take the tree out. Well, hasn't really shrunk. Start clearing out some of the top up here. Hole down there looks like I might have actually hit it, but we'll clear out a couple more blocks and then jump down. We'll make sure when we trigger it we can get back up. Disappointing things of not having full parkour perks yet. No? It's kind of looking like it might have went that way though. Great. Ah. And an iron vein. Food stash. I'll take it. Out of stamina. I did learn on my other map that knives don't work on guys with metal helmets. So, I mean, it makes sense, but little things. Looks like a guard post. Fort Razor. Be a fun place to hang out for Horde. Tag that for a second. Otherwise, I'm thinking about doing like a 4-pillar square and going like, 3-4 blocks up and then just wood spiking it. That way I can sit up top and shoot. But I don't have a ton of arrows, so if I find something that's already got defenses, that makes my life a lot easier, but that also means I have to clear a tier 3 in the next, half hour. Shouldn't be too big of a deal, but might get some decent loot out of the deal too. More honey. I can technically make a dew collector, so I need to get one set up. But the problem is the first tier they only collect murky water anyways until you get a purifier on them, so kind of still in the same boat where none of the water is safe to drink for a while. Close to my next level, so that's a good start.
Watch your back.
Definitely, ooh. Still gonna go with that.
You better take this job. Don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Get the job done.
Knife guy. Nice. Level 3. Yep. Off to our storage chest. Bone knife tier 2. Not those. That don't need those right now. Don't need that. Don't need those. Don't need that. Probably gonna eat the eggs because I don't have any food. A couple of potatoes. Can't grill them or do anything with them yet. Got corn seed, but no corn. Keep a couple of eggs. Help a little bit. Two collector I think was 100 polymers, and we got 5. Yeah. Okay. The level done. That's all fine and dandy. No death penalties until level 6. We offload a rock if we did not. That's perfect. Trying to just knock out some quests and get some resources going here. Probably cotton farm to turn it into duct tape once we start needing duct tape. Does the outfit do anything better at tier 2? I don't think it does. Basic protection levels, I'm sure, but nothing crazy cool. A couple more eggs to snack on. Where's it? Garbage. Definitely some nice nodes out here. Door block. I think we'll do this and try to go clear that tier 3. So at least that'll keep, if I can throw a land claim in there, that'll keep the majority of them spawning on the outside and give me some buildings to hop around and cover. So, I think, with what I've seen so far, that's my best bet for a first night base if I can get it cleared in time. If not, well, then I'll have the POI zombies to deal with on top of Horde, but shouldn't be too bad. What, 7 hours in game? So, go run this quest, and then that was weird. Digging takes so long when you're early game. Normally my wife's playing the miner, so she's the one running around doing all the massive digging. She's like, oh, we need this concrete block broken? 2 hits later, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna sit over here in my corner and mind my own business. But I run faster and I jump higher. yeah, green clay is completed. Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, it went that way. Not really the primary good time to be running out of stamina. Alright, it's gotta be around here somewhere. There we go. Where did you put it? Probably underneath where I'm standing. Where the heck is this one? Normally I don't have this kind of problem. This one's hiding somewhere. Is that it? There we go. Thought I saw it starting to run around. What is that marker? I've never seen that. I will check on that here in a minute. Quest limit. Oh! Interesting. That's a new indicator. Kinda handy, but that's a new indicator. Or at least new to me. Ooh, another book mag. Yep. Heading back to the trader, and then go see about clearing that tier 3. If we're lucky, we'll have enough time to do all of that. What a military checkpoint? It's basic. That's military. Don't mind me, we're just passing by. Well, I will leave your car, so I don't mind. Nothing is. I'd love to get a forge going, but not that I have anything to cook on it, but still. So yeah, here's the paramedic truck. Wanted to check that. That one's dead already. Because it set off the alarm on the police car to piss off everyone. Aloe cream. Alright. Med journals. Cool. Getting out of here. Cornbread and goldenrod. Sweet. I don't remember if that needs a beaker or what that needs to make. So I might actually be able to purify water at this point. No, it takes a cooking pot. That's a good theory.
Congratulations. You're not bringing counterfeit money in here, are you?
Combat, steak and eggs, crafting skills. Still doing that.
Let's make a pact.
No,
You must be Look, blockhead, you better not fuck this up, or I'll cut your goddamn throat.
porch buck. Sweet. Chicken rations or lamb rations. Alright. Soup. Grilled meat. That's awesome.
Take a look,
Inventory.
but don't expect me to hold your hand through it.
There's a cooking pot for 600 and a grill for 600. We might have enough to do one of those.
Well, you better get your ass to crack a book, 'cause you're dumber than dirt.
Such a nice trader. Alright, it's 1700 towards the 22. Do we have enough coins to make him happy? No. Oh. We have enough coins. That's crazy, but I'm okay with that. Alright, let's offload all this because I didn't actually mean to grab it all. We're gonna keep bones on us. Helmet light mod, we don't care. That can all go back in the chest. That's food. That should all be fine. We have enough for a cooking pot. But that'll at least allow us to get some basic water going, or goldenrod as the case may be.
What's it gonna be, huh?
Put to the pot.
You cheap-ass son of a bitch. That's all you're gonna buy?
Alright. Basics, arrows. Let's make whatever we can in there. Still got 2 cans of chili. For the moment, we're just gonna cut this up as camp because might as well. Those were tier 1. Bone knives, I think we went up to tier 2. Check Well, we need to make a second one of those. Throw that one down. Campfire going. Okay. Water. One for 2. Goldenrod tea. Red teas. Just to help with dysentery. Luckily, we haven't died of dysentery yet. Got a little bit of food. Iron arrows require. Let's go ahead and do that. That'd be a whole lot smarter, wouldn't it? We can use those for Horde. Painkillers we shouldn't need. Leather wraps. Doing. Ooh. Cloth and iron for tier 3. Might be worth doing. We have no cloth. Alright. Going cotton farming super quick. Those might do more damage than my bone knife will. So if I can burn a point before Horde, which I should be able to do, take the first point brawler so I can punch him in the face if need be. It's all the cotton fields. Normally they're absolutely everywhere. Except when you need them. Those are the rules, of course. Might as well farm it while we're... No, I need water. Well, cotton fields. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Give me something to do. Alright, those can go in there. Trying to remember. Red tea is... Oh yeah, red teas are the ones that I want to go for. So I'm not dealing with dysentery, because I'm trying to eat weird food first. Grab a couple more of those while we're waiting for the minute to finish out on the first waters. Which then we'll have boost to our food and stuff while we're doing Horde. Because when we leave, we're not coming back today, it'll be after Horde. It'll take me that long probably to clear the POI. actually just by the time these are all done. We got a couple cans of chili, we got the lamb ration still. We'll be alright. May not be ideal, but we'll be alright. Okay, that's 8 minutes. That's gonna suck. I guess we could take those with us just in case we find more feathers on the route. Better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. Okay. Don't need the gasoline, don't need the iron. Oh, water. Nothing. Do we got water? I need at least these first 3. Probably more, but I don't want to do much more time before I get over there. It's getting late. While we're waiting on this, might as well redeem all of these. That'll get us closer to our level. Switch over. There we go. Grab the first point and crawler so we can punch zombies in the face. Gonna be an interesting night. How about make sure my chats are all clear here? Not saying I might have something on my chat, but it's not showing up in my chat. There it is. Helps if you actually read all the way down. Hey guys. Don't know if you're still in here or not. Apparently my sound notifications are turned off from my chats, but hey. Boys are still getting things fine-tuned and figured out. Like 2 minutes on that. 1900, we got 3 hours until Horde. Hey. Yeah. This is, first day setup. New map, new world, new purpose. So, this is day 1, starting fresh. As far as what I'm working on, I'm about to go clear a tier 3 POI that I can use for a Horde base, so I don't have to set up anything. Because Horde hits at 2200. And getting food and water going, because, yeah. soon as this is done, we're taking off. Don't want to kill any more time. I need to get over there. Having the first point in Brawler, though, will be super helpful, because then I can just punch zombies in the face. If I have to. If we happen to have spare time, we can go back and work on some other stuff or go start the digging, but I have a hunch by the time I get this POI cleared that it'll be time to put a couple of modifications on the front gate, throw a land claim block down the center, and see how we do. I'm not expecting the first horde to be anything I can't handle, but could also get some decent loot here. I have none of my stealth perks yet, so this part kind of sucks for stealth clearing, but I'll help with our food and water. We've already got some... oh, he's already dead. We've already got some external spikes. We got the razor wire, so I'm probably gonna wood spike the front door. Thank you. Game, very helpful. Would spike the front entrance, get a land claim down so I can, you know, hopefully they won't spawn too much inside, and then, you know, figure it out from there. Depending on how the first horde goes will kind of dictate a lot of what we're looking at. Got the efficient digestion going from our red tea. I was expecting these guys, but it still hurt. They're kind of damage soaked for a little while, so. Choice of being in tier 3s. Tier 1 weapons. Ooh. There goes half my arrows. Alright, back in. As soon as I can get some of my stealth perks going, I will, but to do horde every night, I had to change up my skill trees just a little bit, because the game kicks off a little bit harder. Oh, ton of move. I get the bleed procs off my knife, but the brawler causes me not to get infected after I punch him in the face, so. Kind of taking a multi-angle approach early on here, just because early game squishiness. Luckily I didn't do anything insane and put it on, you know, hardest difficulty or something crazy. Alright, we got 2 hours until Horde. That is a weak spot in the fence. That's good to know. Ooh, books. Need forge books. Got any forge books? Well, that's just not helpful. Nice. Sweet. Always good to know my audio is coming through clear. Advanced tech depends on what you're going for. If you've got somebody spec in intellect, you can get there a lot of the time. You can get there reasonably quickly. It depends on your skill trees. Haven't bought the game yet, wanted to check it out. I'm on PC. It's supposed to go cross-platform for PlayStation at some point. To answer the... Yeah, I'm like... 239 days depends on settings, so... there is a lot of different play styles, depending on how you want to do it. I have found that I have really good luck with my agility build, because it basically turns me into the party pack mule. When you spec into stealth and stuff later in the game, I think my machete, my tier 6 machete is doing 7.5 times sneak damage. So, I just like messing with builds. So that's kind of one of the purposes for this, is testing the validity of some of these builds in early game settings versus how they handle late game. The brawler build is phenomenal to just run around and Superman punch people. The intellect has the batons, which when you get a repulsor mod on that is a ton of fun, because you can just basically electroshock everyone away from you, which is extremely helpful. Strength, you can go for clubs, baseball bats, that kind of thing. Strength is also your primary miner, so resource collector, digger, that whole scene. For me, it's really nice to be a high mobility build. Just to be able to basically have infinite stamina, run around, do whatever I need to do. I can full tilt sprint while I'm encumbered and not slow down, so... I generally end up hauling stuff for everyone, because I can do it. What's that? What's a bag? What's a weird location for a bag? This kind of depends on your playstyle. Later in the game, you can get into pistols, machine guns, rocket launchers, sniper rifles, that whole thing. There's obviously perks. Ideally, the game is meant to be played with like a 5-man squad. Normally, me and my other videos are done with my wife and my brother-in-law, because he's my primary gaming buddy, and then she helps out when she can. But I mean, with the different trees and everything to balance out a party, you're really looking at a 5-man squad. I don't have 5, so I make do, but I was interested to do something different and give it a solo shot and see how it fared. Just to do something different for feels. Okay, this is really frustrating. Thank you. Got unlocked there for a minute, so now we're fatigued, which we do not have the stuff to cure, actually. We just picked it up. Alright. Shoes. My other 7 days video, my other most recent one, has some more, like, if you're actually, a little bit later in the game, better geared, what some of the kits look like. This is just my preferred one. Alright, we're running out of time, so I'm like, I gotta get through here and get this cleared out. I go spike up the front door and then start fortifying a little bit. Should actually get that crafting right now. Sure, better than nothing. Slow us down slightly, but not a big deal. I kind of wanted to put my build and my skills to the test a little bit and just see how it goes, so it'll be kind of fun. Ooh, eggs. Otherwise, I enjoy doing buggy weirdness. I got a lot of time into Fallout and Skyrim and all your primary games that you can just bug mods out on. I've got some pretty massive time and build into Warframe. That game's too easy to bug out. You know, things like that. Trying to get some more game stream and stuff up. Like to actually get into it a little bit more reliably, so. Unfortunately, wow, we've got a lot of military coming in. Unfortunately, my work schedule is really complicated, so I'm on highly erratically right now. So that's why my content's been kind of all over the place. Something about life, work, school, thing, you know. There's like 9 more military guys in this compound, so really, especially with my bow misfiring, I'm looking forward to clearing these out in like the next 5 minutes. The goal is to slow them down as much as you can and try not to get stuck anywhere, because, that part sucks. I also have my iron arrows, which would do a lot better for these guys, but... Okay, we need a land plane block down. Whoa, nope. Not the right time to make a land plane. For whatever reason, my bow is, like, not drawing. I will say the game is still glitchy. It's infinitely better than it was in, say, Alpha 7, where it was on the console for the longest time. But it's still... It's got its downsides for sure. All in all, I mean, as you start getting into the game, it gets real interesting. Once you start hitting the cops and the irradiated, I think after, like, level, like, 70 or something, we start getting into the demolishers and all that stuff. Okay, now we need a land plane. We gotta get that sucker up quickly. Alright, where'd you go? There you are. I got company coming around the corner. I got spikes to put down out front. Gonna go ahead and switch over to these guys. Spike the front door. Where did the spikes go? There you are. This will help. Just keep some stuff out. Give me a little bit more of a stable shooting aisle. With that, there was a break in the wall around the corner, so we need to go grab that. Throw some spikes over there. They do damage, so it's definitely helpful to have up. Whatever reason, no, okay. Don't need that. Don't have any ammo. Don't have to worry about that. Let's get back to the middle a little bit. Get our land claim up here, so hopefully we can position that in such a place that it's securing at least the majority of the base. Looks like it'll be fine. Finish deep cleaning here. We got no torches out up front, so line of sight's going to be a little bit of an issue. This is why we're here. Ugh, missing lockpick. Thank you. We were hoping to get some weapons and some stuff before we hit Horde. No, I don't need to use my bandage. Thank you, game. All in all, I mean, this game has been in development for like 10 years, so it's definitely went through some changes, good, bad, and otherwise. I enjoy the concept of the game. Ooh. Modify. Let's pull that off. Grab that one. Take that one. The mod systems are pretty cool. A lot of the stuff you can do in this game is really cool. A lot of it does depend on your individual playstyle. Playing solo is a totally different game than playing with a team. We need to offload non-essentials and get through it. It's about that time of day. By about, I mean it totally is that time of day. So our goal is to pull them to the front line, wherever we put the front line. Try to get them to funnel through the little corridor up here. They are set to run at night, which is the default settings. I only changed a couple of settings. Scrap that, we don't need it. If they try to go up and over, they're going to hit the barbed wire fencing, so that obviously doesn't feel super great. Put 8 works over here just so I've got a little bit of light in case the light goes funky. Oh yeah, the brawler build is hilarious. Club's solid. The wife runs a strength build, so she's normally running clubs. It's a great build. You make a boatload of XP. I totally screwed up. Hang on a second, guys. I went in and had to reset the options, and when I did so, apparently I turned Horde back off of every day and turned it back to standard 7. Where are you? Whoops. We're gonna go ahead and reload. It should restart our Horde. I had too many settings saved from the last map, because normally I don't play with the full default settings, so we'll see whether it kicks us into Horde or not. It should. I'm like, why is it not red? Why is nothing coming? Because I screwed up the settings. Once we settle out what's going on, I'll run through a couple of the trees really quick, because most of the weapons, once you hit higher tiers into your perks for them, you start getting stamina back on kill and stuff, which the top 2 XP gains in this game is upgrading your buildings. Base building and upgrading blocks is a huge XP gain. and the second strongest by far is mining, and then everything else falls away after that. So once you're actually set up as a miner with the strength build, yeah, I mean, you're totally a melee build, but... Okay, I think that might have fixed it. We'll hang tight for a minute and see, but judging by the red going on in the sky, and I hear company coming, so I'd say we fixed it. Shouldn't be anything too crazy. Watch, they're gonna show up behind me. Get up to a hill with a little bit better vantage point here. Since we switched the game setting over, it may or may not actually clear. And for whatever reason, I don't know if my mouse is going out or if the game is freaking out, because I'm drawing and it's not actually drawing, it's just releasing. Which is not what I'm going for. There we go. Seems like we're not gonna get Horde tonight. I can hear things. During night, the default settings are zombies auto run, so or sprint technically, so it's always better to hold down somewhere that you can defend while you're at night. If you set up the barbed wire traps, it'll slow their mobility sizably, which is really nice. So if you run them in layers, you know, the wire traps and the spike traps and the wire traps and the spike traps, they'll do a lot of damage without actually having to do too much. Apparently they can jump a wall. That's helpful. Isn't there barbed wire over there? What are you doing? They're just gonna go whichever way they feel like, apparently. Which sounds par for the course. The primary perk with the brawler build is when you punch the zombies in the face after you take the first perk, you can no longer get infected from them, which is extremely helpful. Obviously, this is an infested basis. However, it was conveniently located and easy to clear, so this is what we're using. If this is Horde, this is super light, but to be fair, it's also a first day Horde. Hordes will scale off of a combination of what biome you're in, what your character level is, and basically a gear score combination. As I've got low level stuff, I'm in an easy zone. It's day 1. We shouldn't have anything crazy. Now the one we did with the other map with my brother-in-law, we got started on a map and then ended up, because they did 1.1, which fixed some stealth bugs, since I'm a stealth character, we restarted. Console commanded the XP levels and may have hit one too many zeros, so we did our first Horde at like, you know, day 7, but we were like level 50, and unfortunately I don't have a recording of it. My internet wasn't cooperating, so I didn't stream it. But we did Horde on the surface with no base, which is not recommended. We didn't have the time, and they didn't get it finished in time, so I spent all day, or all night, I should say, running away from the zombies, and shooting backwards, because that's really what my kit's designed for. I had a good time. Them not so much. We're about out of arrows. Gonna have to get up close and personal here in a minute. Especially with it just tapping shots off for no reason. Alright, let's go punch some people. They seem to want to come up into this corner. So oh yeah, that's gonna suck. Oh, and we're crouching still. Half of our problem right there. Drink something. So we've got our stamina back. Power attacks are awesome. I've got the first tier in knives, so I'm doing bleed proc, so run away is totally a viable tactic. These guys are coming through the barbed wire like they don't care. Obviously this was a weak spot that was overlooked. Somebody's dropping in from behind. Leg spring infected. Awesome. Let that do its thing. Before we get waylaid again. I think I pulled it back somewhere, but don't think I can do anything because the spring is not broken. Horde will clear off about 6 o'clock in the morning, generally. They're really not coming through the main gate where I slid them up. So that's frustrating. Sounds about right. They're programmed to take the easiest path, so sometimes you can use that to your advantage, and sometimes it doesn't work so well. What I'm doing right now is punching them to negate the infection, and then bleed procking on top of that. Predominantly because I can. That guy's trying to beat through a fence. Not too worried about that. Normally you try and make, a secure location with, one way in, one way out, or, trap. Because if they were to come in on this side, you could set traps up in sections and weasel them through the compound. But, because I didn't build the POI, guys. He's making no progress. Apparently they're all coming through. There you go. Go run through the barbed wire. As you can see, he can pitch out fairly frequently. He's taking bleed damage because he's coming through. So that solves my problem. Barbed wire fencing is a totally viable containment protocol as well. just kind of expensive. Those spikes have like 3 stages, and they actually take a while before they break down. So. Let the fence soften them up. Should have it about another, I don't know, 10 minutes or so real time. And if I do, a whole bunch of junk. Yep. That's doing its thing. We might as well jump in here. Grab our first perks there. No, we need our stealth perk first. As long as nothing's attacking me, one of my favorite perks out of Fortitude is well insulated. So, top tier, you never get hyper or hypothermia. So you can still get chilled or hot, but you never hit hyper and hypo, which is phenomenal. On top of my build being a full mobility build, it's also I don't care what zone I'm in, I do what I want. So I end up running through the snow zones, clearing stuff out as I see the options. Snow zone is one of the better places for hunting food, if you can survive the temperatures. Obviously, you can make clothes and stuff that does your insulation factors for you, positive or negative, but it's so much easier when you just take the perks. Oh, I finally found the main door. You can see them, I mean, they're breaking through, and then as they do that, the rest of the zombies will pass through the metal. But as long as you've got them covered from the sides, they'll pass down one corridor. It makes life a little bit easier for containment. All in all, a pretty easy peasy night. Come here, I can't reach you. The only downside is some of the time with the traps, you don't get the XP from it, especially if they're not your traps. So that can be a downside if you're trying to, you know, harvest as much XP as you can. You can also use different ways to get in a different direction. Because they're programmed for you. And they will spawn wherever you happen to be on that night. They do not care. If you happen to not be at home and you're out running around in the woods, you're gonna have a bad night. Alright, starting to need company coming through the front finally. Probably not going out of this zone for a little while, so I'm probably not going to take my well-completed perks right off the bat. I've got bigger fish to fry. When Horde every night, it definitely changes up your skill set a little bit differently. Oh, there's a deer way out there. I don't think I can go get it, but... Ooh, more Furious Fist book. Knuckle Wraps Tier 4. I wasn't planning on going wrapped, but the way the books have come out this time, it's kind of what it's working for right now. Alright. At this point, our spike traps are shot. We're just gonna sucker punch the front door. Yeah. I forgot we had a broken leg and we can't sprint. If you have certain issues, certain things will make them worse. For instance, running and jumping on a sprint leg or a broken leg colossally extends your healing time for some reason. Okay, we ate all our food, so I'll take the edge off. It's not gonna last real long, but as soon as we're done with this broken leg. Technically, we're encumbered, which I find hilarious because if you do this, and you do this, and you do this, now you're only encumbered by one slot. Instead of 4 slots. One of the problems that I have with the game that they have fixed is it doesn't acknowledge total slots, it acknowledges how many of them are down here in the grayed out section. It's a little bit frustrating sometimes, but what can you do? It's still very much a work in progress, but... So right now they're all coming through this way, so nothing's coming through this way, but if they do, there's a gigantic fence here. Only got 200 hit points per square, but it's a deterrent. That one's trying to beat the machinery, so he can beat us for a little while. And we can just sit here and guard the entrance. Ooh. She decided to go around. Good for you. Back off a couple more feet. Alright. Ability. Let's go ahead and grab here too. One of the helpful tips I will pass on is... Oops. Company. As you're leveling the primaries, it takes 1 point, but when you start getting down here, it takes 2 points. The last couple take 3 points. So, as much as it sucks, sometimes in the early game, I'll sacrifice taking additional levels into actual perks to just cap out the tree, because later in the game, when your XP gain slows down a little bit, it takes longer to get those 30 points than it does up front. So a lot of times I'll cap out my agility and my fortitude, as those are my primary trees, put all like 60 points into those, and then start catching up on the actual perks. Right, that's no longer a food source. It was at one point. They're just over there beating on that thing. Now, normally you wouldn't be doing this on your first day. Obviously, I intentionally did this just for entertainment value, and I thought it'd make better streams if I could knock out, you know, a horde a night, because, well, it's way more fun. Horde's kind of the point of this game, so sometimes the 6-day build up to horde of collect resources, build base, da-da-da-da-da, gets kind of tedious and repetitive. Are you just gonna stay over there all night? Kind of annoying me. And of course, that's what I get for leaving my corner. It's not so much a corner, but... Headshots very much do count for more damage when you have the opportunity. We're out of food finally. Drink that. Underneath your skill bar is the green bar on the left is your food. So I'm just under half, and then the blue one on the right of that is your water bar. Alright. If memory serves, Horde's wrapped us up at like 4 o'clock. So we got a little bit of time still. A great combination. Knock them down, bleed, stack them. Call it a day. Wait until stamina regens and do it all over again. Nice. That's the other thing, doing Horde every night. I'm gonna clear a lot of XP in a hurry, so actually at some point that'll work. The game will get ahead of me because you've only got like, I think it's an hour and 50 to prep for Horde. But that also depends on when Horde ends, because essentially an hour and 50 should be 22 hours. But if Horde doesn't end until, 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, 18 hours to do stuff. So that's an hour and a half real time on a 2-hour day to get set up for the next Horde, and then do this for the next half hour or so. But it doesn't give you a whole lot of time for resource collecting, harvesting, and anything else. You've got to be constantly prepping for your next Horde. Where are you? There you are. Like I see a shadow distortion. Oh my goodness. more honey. At least we can eat that. Not a big deal, but... Powered up. Awesome. Oh, that's beer. Well, that's not helpful. I mean, it's helpful, don't get me wrong. It's not helpful with what I'm trying to do. Okay, we got more cat food, it looks like. Yum yum. Definitely gonna want to do melee though for Horde every night, because I can't afford to justify the arrows or the ammunition or the other options. But that's at least good to realize. Just about wrapped up. The red and haze will start clearing off when it's done. So you kind of got an audio or a visual cue. You used to kind of have more in the way of audio, but nice. More Furious Footslip. Uncle Rap's T5. I guess I should go and Brawler with this one. I normally take at least the first tier, so in case I have to engage in a melee, I can run this combo, but I realized all I was going to get was Fist Book. Probably would have changed up my tactics a little bit. They still have pathing issues. We're down like 3/4 on our food, so as soon as morning, I really need to find some food, but in all probability that's going to be on another stream on another day. Alright, there's our audio cue. And you can see the haze dissipating. So we've technically made it through and got our achievement for surviving a blood moon. So in another 9 days we should have our master achievement. 10 hordes. Alright, with that being said, we're gonna grab our torch again. We're gonna go double check to make sure we got all the stuff out of the back of this place, because there's a lot of stuff we didn't clear. There you go. See if there's any snacks and stuff laying around in the back. We got this corner, because that had the duffel bag. We got this whole building cleared. These, we did not. Water tanks, we did not. That corner, we did not. I don't really remember on this building here, so we'll double check that here in a second. Alright, there's all our stuff. Here's the cast. I knew we had one somewhere. Yeah, that's stuff. Alright. Clubs. Yeah, that's fair. Sledgehammers are solid. The clubs are a little bit more dependable. Sledges work really well on... They were designed for buildings. So that's definitely one of the purposes. Okay, cool. Nothing critical going on there. You're very hungry, yes, I know. Gotta get back to base. Eat some charred meat. Yum. Bullet tips. Nails, we don't care. Bullet tips we don't need right now. Cash, we could use the cloth more than we could use anything else. And arrowheads we're not going to use. Paper we're really not going to use. Chrysanthemum seeds, not worried about it. Paper, not worried about it. Let's grab that. We need to come back once we have lockpicks, but that's not critical. So, that was fun for a first horde. We're going to go ahead and head back to base. And probably got close there. The next time we're on, we'll be searching for food. And, oh, we forgot to do the back corner. Oh well. Next round we'll be searching for food. Restoring from what we did today. And then prepping for day 2. We did change the setting for our airdrops, so our airdrops are every day, but I think that starts on day 3. So that'll help with some of our core resources and stuff that we don't have time to forage. Got a rock. See any bird's nests? We'll go loot them for food. Shopping cart. Do you have food? No. I mean, yes, but no. Nope. Eggs? No eggs. Blunderbuss ammo. Yeah, definitely don't need that right now. Let's make stuff. Oh, there you are. Honestly, I think we've got enough stuff that we could go sell a couple things off to the trader and just buy some food if we have to, but Obviously, that's not ideal. We got lucky and got a beaker. Go ahead and restart that. We have nothing to cook. We can't make our dew collector yet because we need 185 polymer. Sweet, that helped a ton. We have 20 of 100. Nothing in there to make food out of. We are very hungry. Yes, we were aware of that. Actually, we can put that on us. That on us. I try to keep a full stack of all the medical equipment until I'm high enough level I don't care. That can go in the campfire. That chest is full. Let's make another chest. This is not by any means a base location. This is just kind of where we were, so we set some stuff up. That one can go on the ground. That one's got more health on it. That can go in the chest. Mechanical parts. We've got a bunch of batteries. I'm not going to use batteries or gasoline for a while. To be fair, I won't use the recog for a while. I'm never going to use the shotgun. Might as well keep the 7.62, but to be fair, I'm not really going to use that either. Let's go see if we can buy some food off the trader.
Hey, jackass, my shop, my rules. You follow, or you fuck off.
Alright. A little bit of food. Or a little bit of chili dogs. Nice. Problem is, we also need a cooking grill, so when we start getting the stuff, we can actually that's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and buy one of those. I think that's about all we can do. Eggs. 45 an egg.
Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy.
Alright. That will more than cover our food for the moment. We can use some more quests for him and turn those in later. Really? Oh, it hasn't caught up yet. I'm late. Oh, we can make grilled corn. Oh, we can. We just can't yet. Should drink one of those first. Can we scrounge up enough stuff to buy cards? If we sell all of the stuff that we're not going to use for a very long time, I wonder if we can scrounge up enough to get our cooking grill. Then I can go hunting. I haven't put any points in Huntsman yet, but still. Restored about half my.
You gonna buy some food or just stand there like a goddamn idiot?
Well, that solves that problem, doesn't it? Alright, where'd that thing go? Ooh, stews. one of those.
You cheap-ass son of a bitch. That's all you're gonna buy?
Nice. Skill points. So this... Okay, that makes sense. These are not account-wide anymore. Those are specific map-wide. So that makes sense. Alright. With that being said, we need... That would be helpful, but we need to take a point in the Huntsman, take our point well insulated, or pain tolerance. That's tier 3, isn't it? Let's go ahead and buy our next perk there. So then we can put our next 2 into archery. Knives again. Now we got a grill. Gotta turn this off. Cancel these off. Alright. Well, that just solved us a bunch of problems. Now we got some food for a little bit. That back down on our primary bar. These, might as well scrap because we're not going to be using them for anything. Picked up a few feathers. Where did we put those? They're in our inventory. We still have iron. Problem with just dumping everything in your chest, you can't find anything. Craft out of clay arrows. Build corn to munch. Alright. Well, as soon as this water's done, I think we're gonna call it good for tonight. We survived the horde. We got food and water. I mean, what else do you need, right? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and log off of here and then we'll check the chat. That way my in-game day ain't ticking. Twitch chat is not useful. Got somebody on Kick, and then a couple of you guys that were on YouTube, so that's awesome. Just kind of checking over everything here. I think if I cut the live, it'll cut the chats, so I'm just gonna hang tight for a minute. Whoever happens to be on Kick, that's awesome. Cool. Well, it seems like you guys like this concept, so that's really good for me to know. I wanted to do something kind of different and just entertaining, so that's cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out for the night. You guys have a good night. I will be back whenever I can be, and we'll see how day 2 goes. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you later on.